part two of it. So I had to do what I had to do because I knew that eventually I had to start driving again. I had to start doing what I had to do, or else I was just gonna fall short and I had to be so dependent on my husband and blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't feel good not driving. I couldn't take the kids to their appointments. I couldn't take them to school. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't drive myself anywhere. I lost my independence as an adult, as a female. That was not it, y'all. But I'm telling you this because there's a story behind this. And let me get to the story. The story is that although I was afraid, although I wanted to cry, although I wanted to break down, although it was almost like I was still, like I couldn't even move, it was just horrible, I had to force myself to get in the car. And I took baby steps. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I drove around the corner. I couldn't even get around the corner. My tail couldn't get around the corner, y'all. You know, that's the truth. I was in the garage, I would just get in the car and just feel the feeling of getting in the car and driving. Then the next day, you know, of course, I would go out the garage and go down the same street that I lived on, and I was okay. Then I would try to get to the stop sign. Then another day, I would try to get to the, practice driving in the neighborhood. And so it took me some time to get 80 out of the neighborhood, but I did it. And then, okay, the kids' school. Then I said, okay, let me try to go halfway to the kids' school. And I would force myself. And I would tell you, being resilient, testing your resilience is something because it hurt. I didn't want to do it. I felt like I was choking, you know, all these, you know, the signs of it. Any of y'all that had any anxiety issues, I've ever had any anxiety issues, or if you ever had a panic attack, you know the feeling of it. So you know what I'm referring to. And if you don't, good for you, you know, that's wonderful. I hope you never have it, you know. But, you know, it was rough. It was rough, but I had to be resilient. I had to figure it out. I had to tell myself that I can do it. I had to believe in me, because I felt guilty of not, you know, and I put shame on this. I put shame on myself, and then I started being more resilient. I kept telling myself, Crystal, you can do it. You can go. You don't have to worry about getting all the way somewhere. Just try halfway. Do the best that you can. And every single, and I made goals. Okay, this week I'm gonna try to do this. And it's okay if I didn't meet the goal. It's the fact that I tried. And I tried different techniques, you know, talking to somebody when I drove, different smells while I would drive, stuff like that. Just a little bit stuff that I would do to make myself feel better so I could become more resilient to do it. And just kept trying and trying and trying. It was obstacles, but I kept trying because I knew I had to. And I think that the passion behind and understanding why it was so important to overcome the fear of driving again was so important and is relevant to this conversation is understanding the mechanism behind why